Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They go play action. Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Play fake. Bridgewater. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They're going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Cut. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Let's go. Point it right. 36.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Now Gordon on 1st down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. 2nd down and 8. Play action now. Bridgewater on the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Locks throw into the hands of Fant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd down and 7. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Browns nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Here's Johnson with a reception. A nice little juke. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play that time for Cleveland.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try again with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope. And
they're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. After the sack on 1st down, Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. From midfield, here's Locke. He'll buy some time right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it.
Locke to throw for it on 4th.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Block off of play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, Lock. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Shoves him aside. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. The 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. Known more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Mayfield on play action. He's going to air one out. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Breaks a tackle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Running for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here's Baker.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Mayfield.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Now Mayfield.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mayfield.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
13 yards remaining on second down. Mayfield to throw.
Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 now at 4-3.